Welcome to Grandad's Reviews. This episode I thought I would look at my scanning technique. As you know, I use a lot of film cameras and I scan my own negatives on my Epson V700. Now I've got let's say two scanning software. So I've got the Epson Scan and I've got the Silverfast 9. So what I thought I'd do, I'd scan two negatives, got some 4x5s and some 6x7s. I'll scan one of each. I'll scan it with the Epson Scan. I'll scan it with Silverfast as well. And I'll scan it with Silverfast using their Negafix and the base settings, see what we get. But I'll also scan it in Silverfast in the RAW mode. So we'll get a raw image out of it, which will be a negative. We'll then bring that into Photoshop and convert it using a free piece of software called Grain2Pixel. And we'll just see what the differences are. So we'll start the scanning thing. We'll do the Epson first and then the Silverfast, and then we'll see what we get. Let me get the negatives in the scanner. So we've got the negative in. I've done a preview scan. This is in Epson Scan. So we're in the professional mode, as you can see here. We've got film with film holder, colour negative film. We're using 48-bit colour. Resolution is 3200. We'll turn off all that. And which one are we going to pick? We don't need that one. I don't need that one. We're going to go for the second one in. Make sure that's done. We're going to scan that one. We'll put it into. I'll put it into a folder. We will scan that now. Scanner's going to scan that at 3200 resolution. And then we'll do it in Silverfast. So we've got Epson Scan doing no alterations. It's just using its auto exposure and such like. I'll speed this bit up. Right, so we've got the image up in Silverfast. I've set all the settings to hectare. We'll do it as a TIFF. And this will be Silverfast normal. Select that folder, 3200 DPI, go to hectare. And we'll scan it. Now the Silverfast software is a little bit quicker at scanning. We'll then, when it's finished scanning, we'll do the other scan, but we'll do it in RAW. We'll see what the difference is, see if we actually get a better result out of the RAW. Who knows? We'll see. Right, so we've changed the settings to a 48-bit RAW file. We're going to save it as a DNG. And we'll scan that again. This one will take a bit longer to scan, so we'll jump to the end and we'll have a look at the results. Right, so we've done the scans, now got Photoshop running. We'll load the program. I've got a shortcut on mine, so this is what it's called. It's called Grain2Pixel. I'm going to create a subfolder where the conversions are, so just to pick them, it'll then go through a conversion. It's all set up, so we'll just press run and it'll bring them in. Just go yes. So that's our first one, two coming in. That's our second, and then our third. And there we go. Let me just rotate this 180. 90, 90. So we've got our 3 images. And this is a 48-bit. No, but we'll have a look. And then we got that one there. Right, so what we will do, we'll import all these into Lightroom and we'll have a look. Right, so we'll have a quick look at the results. So what we've got on screen at the moment is on this side we've got the straight scan from the Epson Scan software. And on this side we've got the straight scan from the Silverfast. So this is how you would normally scan it. It's not been scanned raw. And if you look at it at this resolution, at this full screen zoom, there's not a huge difference in it. I'd say there's a little bit more detail up in the clouds here on the Epson. It's a little bit brighter on the Silverfast is definitely brighter. If we zoom in on this spot here, I would say that the Silverfast is a little bit sharper. So look at this tree and the fence. A tiny amount, but that could just be down to contrast or the exposure. I wouldn't say that one scan is really hugely better than the other. I'd just say that probably a little bit more detail in the Silverfast one, but yeah, nothing that's going to you're going to notice at normal viewing distances. So look at these rocks. Yeah, I'd say just the Silverfast is a bit better. Right, so let's move on. So what we got here on the left, I've got the DNG that's been converted to a TIFF using Grain2Pixel in Photoshop. On the right, I've got a DNG that's been converted by, so this one's been converted by Negative Lab Pro. So I've downloaded Negative Lab Pro and I've been just doing the trial period. So this is that conversion from the same DNG. Now with Negative Lab Pro, all it's doing is a non-destructive preset basically onto the DNG. So we've still got the DNG, whereas the Grain2Pixel has took the DNG, converted it, and then chucked out a TIFF. So at this viewing distance, there's really not a lot in it. Colours are about the same, detail in the sky is about the same. So if we zoom in, there's not a lot of difference there. You could probably say that the Silverfast one's got a little bit more detail. Yeah, there's a tiny bit more detail in Negative Lab Pro, but the colours are basically identical. Yeah, there's a little bit more detail in the Negative Lab Pro one, but we are looking at the DNG. It's not been converted to a TIFF, or loses a little bit of detail, but it's not a lot. And the difference being that Negative Lab Pro is going to cost you £99, and Grain2Pixel is costing you nothing. It's a freebie, so that's not too bad. Right, let's go to another one. So this is the 5 before. So we've got on the left here the Silverfast and the Epson here. Now, as you can see, Silverfast got a bit of a blue tinge to it, even though we told it it was HP5 plus, and it's a darker exposure. Let's bring the exposure up on this one a little bit. Let's go there. Maybe a bit too much now. So let's look at the detail there. I'd say it's about the same in it. Probably a little bit more detail in the Silverfast, but not a huge amount. So very similar. You wouldn't really notice that much. Right, so let's go with. So we've got on this side the negative. On this side we've got the Negative Lab Pro, and on this side we've got Grain2Pixel. Again, not a lot in it. A little bit darker in Negative Lab Pro. Zoom in, and I think I can basically say the same. Negative Lab Pro's got a little bit more detail, but we are looking at the raw rather than a TIFF, but it's not a lot in it. And at normal viewing distance, it's nothing, is it? But again, Grain2Pixel's free. Negative Lab Pro is £99. When we say Grain2Pixel is free, the plugin's free, but you've still got to have Photoshop, so you are paying something there. So what's our conclusion? Are we getting a better picture? So if I pick that one, this is Grain2Pixel. Yeah, you're getting more detail. Definitely more detail when you're just converting a DNG. You're getting a bit more detail there. Let's come out of that one. Yeah, you're definitely getting more detail when you're converting to DNG with one of these programs, whether you use Negative Lab Pro or Grain2Pixel. So this is the Silverfast normal scan. This is the Grain2Pixel one. And yeah, there's more detail in the leaves. These are a bit more mushy. You're getting a bit more detail. It's not a huge amount, but with Grain2Pixel you can bulk convert these. Yeah, a little bit more detail in the grass. Yeah, so you are the result basically is if you scan as a raw DNG using Silverfast or ViewScan, if you've got ViewScan instead of Silverfast, and then convert it either using Grain2Pixel, which is a free plugin for Photoshop, or Negative Lab Pro, which is a paid plugin for Lightroom, you're going to get better results than just the straight scan from the scanner itself. It's not hugely better, but it is better. The advantage you've got with Negative Lab Pro is you're still working with a DNG, whereas with Grain2Pixel you're working with a TIFF converted from a DNG. Though you can work on the DNG and then convert it if you want to, but the TIFF is still quite usable. So what's my final conclusion? Just doing this quick test, I would say that I'm going to continue scanning in RAW and converting with Grain2Pixel. The TIFFs are still easily manipulable in Lightroom, and it's free. Well, unless you make a donation to the dude who actually created it. You give him some money for actually creating this fantastic piece of software plugin for Photoshop. But yeah, I think the little extra detail you're getting can be worth it. Alright, if it's just snaps, then I'd just scan them as in Silverfast normally and not worry about it. But if I'm going to do a bit more with them, or I'm going to print them out, or I want the highest quality, then yeah, I'll scan in RAW and do it that way. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, that helps the channel. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, see you later.